Happy Monday, everybody, and more importantly, happy Martin Luther King Day to all you out there, because nothing spells Martin Luther King Monday like sitting around and watching a bunch of white people play ice hockey across the U.S. and Canada. Yep, that's Martin Luther King to a T. But I had a dream. Yes, I had a dream that I would make some entertaining NHL videos in a sport where there are just so few entertaining personalities, and a bunch of black dudes would hit me up saying, Andy, I never watched hockey a day in my life. And because of you and your channel, I watch it all the time, and I was missing out. And if you think that hasn't happened over these last couple of years, that's all that's happened. You can check some of the comments. You can check my DMs. You can check everything.
What's this? The Oreo line?
Hey, Bettman,
You guys, come on, let's play
you
hockey.
claim you're trying to grow the game. You want to know what the secret sauce is? I've had it the whole time. It's called sniffing. It will bring everyone together. You see this war in the Middle East? It will stop immediately if you just include a little sniffs. Is this one going to go off the rail today? I don't know. You should probably listen to some of my other comedy podcasts. It gets way crazier than this. Crazier than the slate that we got on this Monday, because it's rare you see this many early games on a Monday. And yeah, it's a holiday Monday, but I'm thinking to previous MLK days, and it was usually like one or two early ones. There's a whole slew of early ones, and I don't know how to treat it because this is so... It's out of rhythm. It's out of routine. You know, these hockey players, they're all about routine. They don't want to be thrown out of it. Same thing with sniffers. We don't want to be thrown out of routine. What am I supposed to think of these San Jose Sharks playing at noon in Buffalo? Their inner clock, it's 9 a.m. in their interior clocks. Is Thomas Hertl going to be out there yawning in the first period? Should I be taking Buffalo first period? Is that going to be the first bet today? Sure, let's do it. Buffalo first period against the San Jose Sharks. But in that game, I don't know. Is it going to be right? If this was Tuesday at 7, I would declare ruckus. But I don't know if I am for this. But I'll do that. A couple of these bets today, got to be honest. I'm going to get in there like a surgeon and try to make some same-game parlays. I'm going to be like Qyburn was with the Mountain in Game of Thrones. I'm moving organs around just to try to get a profitable bet in here. And the one I'm going to do for this, I'm opening it up. I want a point for Tage Thompson, point for Rasmus Dahlin, and over 1.5 goals for the San Jose Sharks. Now, if that is wild and you're like, Andy, I'm a raw dog. Don't be a raw dogger on MLK Day. It just doesn't sound right. Then just grab something I said from in there and combine it with something I'm about to say from the next game. Where are we going next? Another game that if it was Tuesday at 7, I'd say I would declare ruckus, like declaring war on a country during World War II. I declare war on you. I declare war on you. I declare war on you. I declare ruckus on Vancouver and Columbus. But it's another one of these random early holiday games. I don't know the level of ruckus, so I'm going to cut open that same game parlay. And I know Pedersen and Miller have made us a ton of money with the ruckus. 2 points for him, 2 points for him. We had 2 for Crosby, 2 for Pedersen. I'm staying away from those two guys tonight. I want a relatively good priced Quinn Hughes at minus 190. And then this is where somebody inevitably says, in what world is minus 190 a good price? It's a good price if it's usually valued at minus 240 against a rusty defensive team called the Columbus-Blue Jackets, who you can go into their building and score 8 goals. Minus 190 ain't too bad, especially when you combine it with both teams to score 2+ in the same game parlay. And I'm going to go with Cole Sillinger. We're getting him at plus money. He's on the top line. He's on the top power play. Give me any team where you say that out loud, and I think it's a pretty good price. Top line, top power play, plus money, a team that can score against a team that you can score against. So I'm going Quinn Hughes and Cole Sillinger in that game between Columbus and Vancouver. Then moving on from there, we got the Devils playing the Bruins in Boston. I got to give the Devils some credit. I'm not just going to rip on teams for absolutely no reason. They went into Tampa. They played well. They came back down 3-1, and I really thought they were going to win that game the way it was trending. Then they went into Florida. They kind of got outchanced, survived a little bit of a kind of barrage, but they came out of it with a win. And now they're going into Boston, but I'm just not going to betray my philosophy. If you show me a disciplined defensive team, especially on their own home ice, I will always take a very good defensive team versus a very good offensive team. And then when you couple that with the fact that that good offensive team is still missing a couple of its key players, it's even more of a reason for me to go with that defensive team. I took this bet a couple weeks back, Boston at home versus New Jersey, paid off. I'm looking to double dip. I'm going to take the Boston Bruins against the New Jersey Devils. And if you're looking for a way to get that Boston Bruins team at plus money, I'll explain a little bit of my surgery procedures. I went into the same game parlay. I added Boston. I wanted to take, because they're a defensive team, who can I take on the Devils to not register a point and bump this price up? Now, that's a pretty offensive team, so I want to stay away from Jesper Bratt and that top line with Toffoli and those top power play figures. So I want someone not on the top power play or on that top Jesper Bratt line. Who am I looking at? And there's one staring at you, and that's Haula, because Mercer and Heischer, they're his line mates 5-on-5, but they're on the top power play. So if I can just isolate that little ugly duckling 5-on-5 who's going to be a part of the second power play, I think he's my best chance at finding someone to not register a point. So I'm going to go with the Bruins to win, under on a point for Haula. That will get you the Bruins at plus money. There's one more surgery pick where I'm getting in that same game parlay and dissecting, and that's between the Avalanche and the Montreal Canadiens. And I know how you guys feel about the Avalanche. Okay, you watched that comeback last game against Toronto. They're down 3-0, won 4-3. Game before that, pretty much handled Vegas thoroughly at home. And I was saying over the weekend, you know who the Avalanche are? They're like the bad boy that girls claim that they shouldn't like, but they just can't stop themselves. You know, you got that reliable guy. Like the Hurricanes have been Mr. Reliable. I saw somebody put in the comments the other day, enough with the Hurricanes pick. Yeah, how dare I give... You know, it's not enough to give a winning pick. No. It has to be one with new flair. No, it has to be sound new. Show me the San Jose Sharks for 60 minutes, Andy. Show me that on the board. Survey says, It's never enough, and that's why people love the Avalanche. They're that exciting new bet in town where they're going to be down 3-0 and then up 4-3, and it's going to be these wacky-ass games. And maybe you look at the Avalanche and you say, oh, I got to take them in this game. Fine. Sometimes it looks good. Maybe it smells good. But sometimes if the sniff is too good, it's too good to be true. So I'm going to get in there and start cutting things around. I'm going to go both teams to score 2+ once again, because I know the Avalanche can hold up their end of the bargain, and the Canadiens at home, I think they can get 2. The Avalanche concede. Outside of that one Vegas game, most of their games are just downright ruckus. Now, the only thing that sucks is relying on one of the lesser teams like Montreal to do it, but I still think they will. So I'm going to go with both teams to score 2+. And who's a nice contributor here? Maybe Nichushkin misses again. Even if Nichushkin doesn't miss this next game, because he missed the last game, I think he was just sick. Is there a little guy who used to play over there in Montreal? Guy who maybe has been putting up points recently, plays with Nathan MacKinnon, used to play with Nathan MacKinnon in junior. Yeah, that's right. That's Jonathan Drouin, who is on a beautiful little streak right now. They took a flyer on him. Definitely wasn't paying off at first. He scored last game, had a big assist last game. He's playing really well. And the way I look at this is I'm going both teams to score 2+, 2 slices. The first bet's going to be 2+ for both teams, and Jonathan Drouin to register a point. The other one is going to be both teams to score 2+, Jonathan Drouin over shots on goal. That's how you get in there. You start cutting slices, doing things, and trying to weasel wins the sneaky way. But I know some of you are raw. You want a raw dog on MLK Day. Fine. You want to do that up in Sweden where you're watching this? You want a raw dog on a holiday Monday? I know what you're doing. You're saying it's not a holiday over here, pal. Vegas, Nashville. Vegas, Eichel, out for a little while. So he's out for an undisclosed period of time. We know their power play had been struggling in these last couple of games. They haven't been scoring regardless. Now you remove Eichel from there. My thought is if they're going to try to win, they're going to heavily try to rely on the defensive approach that Bruce Cassidy is already known for. Then you're wheeling Nashville in there. And I know you might be worried because you saw the Nashville-Dallas game. Dallas has not been remotely as defensive as they were last year. They've been getting in a bunch of crazy games. I envision this Vegas game going like that one the other night. Maybe they win 3-1. Maybe they lose 3-1. I don't know, but I'm smelling under 6.5. I'll take the bump it up under 6.5 in that Vegas-Nashville game. The other one, is Carolina versus the Kings. I'm going to take the bump it up under, and I pause simply because it's going to be an Antti Ranta start, which was something that had always worried me. I watched him play against Pittsburgh. He played very well. They're relying on him now because Kochetkov has a concussion, but I'm going to have to rely on him in an under, but it's more so the opponent, the Kings, who normally take a defensive approach. I mean, you know how styles make fights? Styles make sniffs. And if you have, a defensive fighter who fights another defensive fighter, yeah, both of those guys do have knockout punches. But I'm hoping it stays in one of those. I'm going to be scared. One of those Israel Adesanya. I'm just going to try to chop you from the outside type of fights. And I'm going under 6.5 in this one, where I hope kind of defense reigns supreme. And that's what I got for you here on this rather interesting Monday. Don't force me to pick winners on a slate I don't like. When the right time comes, I will. Okay? Good luck to you. Better luck to me. Make sure you subscribe here to my YouTube page. Please do me that nice solid. Tell a couple friends about the show. Maybe they'll enjoy it. Congratulations to the Green Bay Packers for winning. Congratulations to all you Green Bay Packers minority owners, aka the members of the Patreon, who contribute to this and make it happen, because this show is not brought to you by LA Looks Hair Gel, the hair gel that would make your hair look like you just got out of the pool in the morning and would be hard enough to stab someone by 3 p.m. The wildest hair gel that everyone's parents got because it was cheap at CVS. LA Looks Hold 5. They never got you the Hold 10, even though you always asked for it. All right, I'll be back with you tomorrow for a semi-normal slate. I'll talk to you then.